Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur here, coming at you tonight. That happens to be a Thursday evening, December 16th, 2021, with just a stroke of a minute before midnight, but we're going to get this in here. So, for those of you that are joining me tonight, welcome for the new people. What we're doing is we're taking gifts of inspiration and opening them every single night from December 1st to December 25th. I hope you're going to enjoy tonight, as well as the rest of the gifts of the 25th. And then next year, I'll be launching a book, The 25 Gifts of Inspiration to Improve the Quality of Your Life and Those Around You. All right. And for those of you that are coming back, welcome back, my friends. So let's take a look. I got a gift here. All right. You all see the gift, right? So if you see it, give me a thumbs up, a like, a support, a love, whatever platform you're on. Those that are on Facebook, John C. Morley, Serial Entrepreneur. Those that are on LinkedIn, my LinkedIn profile page, John C. Morley YouTube page, Serial Entrepreneur, and then John C. Morley's Twitch page. So we have a gift. What's in this gift, ladies and gentlemen? What's in here? It's small. It's not that heavy. What's in here? Well, let's see. Can you guess? Comment below. What do you think's in this package? Tag some of your friends, colleagues, and associates. And then be sure to share it out to them after this live cast. I'm going to open up this gift. And look what I got here. Well, I got a personalized pad with my name on it, but it doesn't have to have your name on it. The concept is a pad or a notepad. Now, this is different than the journal because we talked about journal before. This is meant to list things. Listing things. So maybe there's some things that you want to get done. When you put them down on a list and you can then take your pen and check them off, it causes a little bit of dopamine to build up in your brain and motivates you to want to do even more. Now, I know you probably are saying to me, John, I'm not a list person. I get it. But try lists. I think what you're going to find with lists is that they're pretty amazing, and they're going to get you to accomplish a lot more than you thought was really, really possible. Because when you check off something that you've done, it just makes you feel really good about yourself. Now, you can have a list for things you need to do during the day. You can have a list for different people that you're working with. You can have a list for so many different things, ladies and gentlemen. So many different things. But what are these things? Well, they're interesting because what they'll do is they'll allow you to get an understanding. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, a lot of times we want to do something, right? But for whatever reason, we don't. Maybe we get sidetracked. Or maybe, had this happen recently, somebody tells you what you can do and you can't do. Now, that happens for a lot of reasons. One, they're a control freak. Number two, they've been disappointed with people through the past. And you have to kind of put these people in their place a little bit, but in a nice way. So with a pad, you put down what it is you want to do. Kind of like goals, but these are short-term goals. And when you put these short-term goals down, you're going to feel compelled to want to complete them. Can you believe, ladies and gentlemen, that we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days until we reach, actually 8, because we're actually on the 17th day. But if we count 9 days starting, with tomorrow, until we reach Christmas, until I unveil the 25th gift of inspiration. I'm really excited about the book that I'm writing, and I'm also excited about the workbook that I'm going to be coming out with afterwards to help you apply these things in your life. Now, if you have a list like this, you can get a pad, you can get a big pad. I like small pads like this. And you can write down something specific that you need to do. And when you write that down, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be drawn to that. You're going to be drawn, you're going to be compelled to doing exactly what we're saying. So, how does a list motivate you? I guess that's really the question I have. How does a list motivate you? What is it about a list? What is it about a list that motivates you? Think about that for a minute. Well, lists are interesting tools, right? So, how does a list motivate you? That's the question I keep asking you. It motivates you because you start to tick things off with little check boxes, right? Or cross them off. You want to take a line. The brain, as I said, produces the dopamine. It makes you feel great and it motivates us to want to do more. Why else should we write lists? Oh, there's so many reasons, ladies and gentlemen. But there are lots of things that lists will do for us. Lists can bring order to chaotic situations. Okay. Remember, don't make your list too long because you don't know where you're going to start. Come up with lists for different things that you have to do. Maybe there's a list you need to do in the morning. Maybe there's a list you need to do in the afternoon. Or maybe there's a list you need to do before the holiday. When you put lists down and when you get that sense of accomplishment, you want to keep going further and further and further. So, if I was to ask you tomorrow to start creating a list, what kind of lists could you create? You could create a list of all the things you're thankful for. Okay. You could create a list of potential clients you're going to contact. You could create a list of how you're going to stay healthier. You could create a list of how you're going to be different today than your competitor. Maybe your competitor is similar, but how are you going to really raise the bar? How are you going to be unique, ladies and gentlemen? I know that's not easy to talk about, but you know, it is the truth. How are you going to be unique? And if you don't know how you're going to be unique, well, you better figure it out. Because if you're not unique, other people are going to catch that worm before you. Right? Other people are going to catch that worm. Now, what does this mean? I know that people want to feel good. So if you get in the mood of doing lists, okay, it's going to work for you. But when it doesn't work is when people decide that they're going to want to tackle the world and they want to put too much down on the list. And what happens is by doing that, you become frustrated. So, how can you live a life that gets things done, that makes you feel great? Well, start realizing that you are the creator of your dreams. And you have to start making progress. If you don't make progress, then you're going to become disappointed, dismayed, upset, maybe, feeling like you're not getting anywhere in life, right? If things are written down, there is a higher probability that you're going to take action on them and that you're going to complete them. That's right. It's a higher probability. So when you put things down on a list, it becomes very, very practical, right? You could make a list of what you want to buy in the store. Now, we've talked about how you can memorize things and how we all have great memories. But the thing about the list is that the list is a tool to empower you to become even more than you are. Because when you check off things, it's like, oh my gosh, I just realized something. I just had an epiphany. All right. So tomorrow is, well, it's really today, but December 17th, Friday. What do you need to get done? Maybe you're getting ready for Christmas or the holidays that you're celebrating. If you're celebrating Christmas, what do you need to buy before Christmas? What gifts do you need to get? I've told you about being grateful. That is so amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Be grateful for everything you have, and it will come back to you 100-fold. What else could you use a list for? Think about that just for a minute. If I asked you the question, what kinds of lists can you make right now? Well, things that make you happy, things you're grateful for, things that you're good at, things you don't do enough that you want to do more of, books you want to read, articles you want to read, sports you want to get involved with, movies you want to go see. Okay. What else could you make a list of? Oh, there's so many things, ladies and gentlemen. You could make a list of your favorite types of music, your favorite songs. You could list all the trips and adventures you've been on. You could list all the countries or all the cities or all the different points of attraction you visited. List your favorite people. List people that you maybe have helped in the world. List your favorite meals. Entrees, appetizers, desserts. Make those 3 different lists. List some food that you want to try but you haven't yet tried. List what makes you a great person. List what people want to be when they see you. List the things that you want to be when you see others. List the ways you can distress to have a better life. List the ways that you can achieve a life of bliss. List your goals, right? Your hobbies, ideas for maybe stepping out of your comfort zone, things that you have done that you're so proud of, the best compliments you've received in your life, random acts of kindness that you've seen other people do, or random acts of kindness that you've done for others. What would you like to improve about yourself? Improve, I should say. What's the most valuable life lesson that you've learned in the last year? What are some of the things you would tell a college student that's just getting into the world and has graduated? List the type of things you could do to volunteer. List things that make you feel good. List things that make you laugh. You can list things that make you cry. It's fine. List things that make you curious. List things that create energy to give you a great workout. Maybe it's just taking your feet and just taking your feet and just lifting your feet up, like maybe you're hearing some music and you're just kind of like taking your feet and you're just like kicking up to your butt once or twice, and then the other one, and then maybe you're lifting it high. What can you do in your life? List things that you could do in the morning when you get up and it is so vitally quiet. List how your world has become so different because you're a part of it. I know there's things you've done that you're like, oh my gosh, I've done so many great things. But it's okay to gloat a little bit, okay? Don't throw it in other people's faces, but be grateful for those things that you just are able to manifest. Be grateful for everything in your life. Make a list right now of your top 10 drinks. Make a list right now of your favorite colors. Make a list of your favorite exercises. Make a list of what you do to bond with others. Make a list of how you respond to people when they're rude to you. Make a list about some of the greatest technology that you want to buy. Make a list of some things you want to buy for your home. Make a list of some trails you want to visit. Make a list of different cultures you want to learn more about. Make a list of all the holidays in the year. Make a list of all the traditions that did not originate, or I should say that did originate in the United States first. You can even do it in Europe. You can do it all over the world. You see how pretty cool this is, isn't this? It's pretty neat. I think if you can embrace this, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to be really taken back. Taken back to a whole new time, because having something like a little pad or a piece of paper and a pen will empower you to be able to put your thoughts on paper and then execute them. You see, the reason most people get frustrated is they have all these ideas in their head, but they don't ever write them down. And they miss 90% of them. Like, what was I supposed to do again? What was that idea I had before? I was thinking about it while I was sleeping. What idea was that? And then they get frustrated because they actually have not done 10% of the things that they want because they forgot about it. So use a pad as a tool and a pen to empower you with lists, to get your dopamine flowing in your brain, to motivate you and propel yourself to be drawn into a new vortex, a way of doing something that you didn't even believe was possible. But when you start to just go with the flow, magic happens. How about creating a list right now of all the top presidents and their inventions? How about creating a list of all your favorite teachers? How about creating a list of all the arts and crafts classes that you went to when you were younger and the things you made? Pretty cool, right? So you can see lists are really, really important. So So I would encourage you to use them. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a privilege, a pleasure, and of course, an honor to be with you this evening through the morning. And if you got value tonight, I would appreciate you going to youtube.com, typing in my name, John space C space Morley, serial entrepreneur. Look for the key phrase, help keep our content free. And below that, make the choice to buy my team and I a cup of coffee. We'll be so grateful with those pennies and dollars. We'll put them into technology, new hardware, software, and even new facilities. So remember, tonight's gift was a pad and a pen. And if you realize that you can start writing lists, they don't have to be perfect. You can start the list, you can stop the list, you can even do an Excel if you want to. But a pad is nice because it's very simple and it's easy to use. And as soon as you've done something, oh, check it off. Wow, I feel so great. I did 3 things on my list and I had 12 things. Don't make the list 50 things. Make the list 10 things or 5 things and complete it. Then create another list. You see, people create these gigantic lists and then they get frustrated because they can't complete them. So make a list of just 3 or 4 things. And when you start completing them, then make another list that's bigger. But don't keep making more lists until you satisfy what's on the one list. And enjoy the dopamine flow that happens every time that you check off or you cross off one of those things on your list. It is going to just take you to a new level. I hope you have a great rest of your night and morning. I will be back later on tonight with the 17th gift of inspiration around the holidays. I can't wait to see you tomorrow. Have yourself a wonderful morning. And remember, lists might be the key to getting you into the future that you've been dreaming for. Take care, everyone.